everybody, it's Calxiyn here. Before we get started, let me remind you guys that if you guys enjoyed, you should join our Discord server and then become patrons over on Patreon. So, I wanted to do a quick video on this. This is probably going to be the shortest out of all of the ones we've done. So, RWBY did the Silver Eyes again.
Yes.
And, okay, so you were arguing that it was because it wasn't pointed in Vernal's direction, but I think that's whatever. It engulfed the whole room. Vernal seemed okay. Like, we didn't really get to see her that much after that, but Vernal seemed okay, and RWBY was very much not okay. And so, in terms of that, we're here to discuss with you today if Cinder is a Grimm or not. Because, theoretically...
I think that...
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Alright.
Theoretically, if it affects Cinder, but not Vernal, it has nothing to do with the Maiden powers. Unless Vernal doesn't have the Maiden powers.
I swear to God, Salem mentioned the Maiden mentioned how the Silver Eyes affected the Maiden powers.
She said that your powers come with a great weakness, but she didn't specify which powers.
I feel like...
also, this is why I think this. Jean almost cracked the mask off, and they made a huge fucking deal out of that.
I feel like...
So there is a Grimm face under there.
So
her arm is a Grimm, because she grabbed that arm. She grabbed the arm that got hurt. She didn't grab her normal. Her normal-ass arm was fine.
I also feel like that was the arm that was facing them.
No. It was on the other side.
Was it, though?
Yeah, because... she had her weapon in, like, her hand like this. I'm just showing Hunter, because you guys already seen it. And then her other arm was, like, noodling like this. So if she was towards John, she would have been, like... you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think it was... I don't think it was faced that way, because when she grabbed it, she was the other direction.
I mean, I think it... I'm not against it. I feel like it would work on both at this point, because I really want to know what's under that mask.
It didn't seem to work on Vernal, and so that's where I'm getting this all from.
I mean, they never showed us Vernal afterwards.
Well, we could see her in, like, the wide shot of everyone, and she didn't seem like she gave a shit, if I'm honest. And so, again, we don't know, but let's say that for all intents and purposes, Vernal wasn't affected, like, I'm pretty sure that... I mean, we didn't get a close-up of her from but far away. She didn't seem like she was. But she wasn't in the shop with Weiss, though. I don't know what happened to her after that. Because Cinder just, like, threw the thing, and I guess Vernal quit after. Well, actually, that's the other thing I wanted to kind of mention real quick, is that maybe the reason why we didn't see Vernal and Raven is because while Cinder was too busy throwing the spear at Weiss, they ditched.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to just talk about that. So I think that Cinder has a Grimm under there, basically. That she is half Grimm in the bottom.
Salem-ish. They did make a big deal
about cracking the mask, like,
or just chipping it. Although maybe that's more to be like, look at her fucked up wound. She's missing an eyeball.
But like, we already knew that.
I mean, yeah, we know that, but we haven't seen the open wound before.
I think that's
and I feel like that would bother someone like Cinder, who's very proud of herself.
I guess, but I think it's more like because she's like hideous under there, as in she's a part Grimm under there.
I think also just having your flesh burned off.
Why would her other arm hurt, though? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's just maybe they had to animate it. I feel like sometimes a cigar is just a cigar cow.
I'm just saying. You know? I think that she has a Grimm arm under there, and that's why it affected that arm. Is that...
Okay, so I'm curious, right? Are there going to be, like, 5 more minutes of us just saying, like, well, I don't think it's a Grimm arm. Well, Hunter, I think it's a Grimm arm. Well, I don't think it's a Grimm arm. Well, actually, you know, I suspect that it may, in fact, be a Grimm arm. Well, you know,
no, remember when she used the bug on Amber?
Yes.
And then the bug went back inside of her, basically?
Yeah.
Like, it went through this hole?
Yeah.
Like... did that not maybe do something to her? You know what I mean? Like, does she not have Grimm inside of her?
I'm not against the idea of her being Grimm, you know. I'm kind of with you with it.
Okay. Alright, so this was a short video. What else do we do for the next 10 minutes?
Geez, nothing.
If Vernal was affected, then it brings up the question of why the Silver-Eyed Warriors hurt the Maidens. I don't think she was.
I think it affects the Maidens.
But when we saw her, she looked okay.
I think it could be both, you know. But I also feel like she wasn't aiming at her.
Oh my god, the aim doesn't matter, Hunter.
I think it does.
It engulfed the whole room!
I feel like the light, the flash, but it's not maybe it's not the flash that does it. It could be like...
I don't know.
Like Superman eye laser things, you know?
Okay. What?
like how he has what she's looking at, you know?
Okay.
Because she has silver
But why
eyes.
wasn't John affected? I mean, he's not a maiden, so
he's not a maiden.
I forgot.
As far as I'm aware.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I'm also pretty sure he's not a Grimm.
Get ready for Mega Shadow's next theory. Jean is a Jean will kill Cinder and then get the Spring Maiden power.
Also, can I tell you how Black Lives Matter is racist? Look through that guy's fucking Tumblr account. It's like this crazy...
We're talking about the patron that got us to do all those Jean theories, by the way, for some context. He was pretty much a terrible person. And then he messaged me on Twitter, and he was like, what are your thoughts on these theories? And I'm like, I think you're a fucking racist homophobe. And he was like, oh, but that's not me. I just like Mega Shadow's theories. So I asked you to redo them. And I'm like, yeah, likely story, Shadow. Like, what the... You know, are you that big of a fan?
Okay, maybe. I don't know about that. Although apparently he also steals. Is this just gonna turn into like us
maybe
crashing that guy? Apparently he steals a lot of his shit.
I know, that's what I told him too, and the Twitter account is allegedly not Mega Shadow, even though they have the same username. It's just a fan, guys. It's fine.
I also didn't realize that apparently that guy's like well known.
Yeah,
for
he was a meme
menace.
in 2016.
Yeah,
in the RWBY community.
He was just a fucking
allegedly.
menace. Like, and people would be like, "Yeah, I know he's funny because he's a fucking moron," but he's also like kind of racist and sort of like an unfortunate being to have around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
and
God.
so that's why I'm glad that Vernal doesn't look like she's gonna get killed by Jean, and that Jean will not give Nora the Maiden powers anytime soon.
This is also why I'm quite fond of not looking at RWBY theories on Tumblr and sticking mostly to like memes, fan art, and fan fiction.
If you guys pay us, we'll do your videos for you, but we can't promise anything.
We'll do a video. Let's be honest here.
We'll
Cal,
do a video about anything.
You have no
shame.
like shame. This person, like, you'll be like, this person eats babies, thinks Hitler was a cool guy, suspects the Earth is a pyramid. Fuck it. Let's talk about a Jean theory.
Well, I didn't know any of that about him.
No, we didn't. We learned this after.
We learned it afterwards. If I knew that about him, I wouldn't keep him around. Like, you guys, if you're in the Discord server, you know that I am literally no nonsense. Like, if you think the world is flat, I'm kicking you out. Like, there's not anything, like, there's not anything in between. Like, you're either a normal fucking person and respectful, or you're not, and I'm not taking your money. I've deleted $50 or $100 patrons before because they've been homophobic or racist.
You've lost a lot of money. I haven't lost any money.
I've lost like $200 kicking out horrible people. Anyway, so what we were talking about... Wow, Hunter, you made this a 7-minute video.
Jesus Christ, well, here's hardly... That's not... Anyway.
Okay, anyway, I feel like we should probably end things off now, but yeah.
Christ, yes.
In conclusion, I think that Cinder's a Grimm.
Maybe. She might just be sort of fucked up. I still think it has to do with
What's under
maidens.
there? What if it was just... Okay, so you've seen the Dear David thing, right? How the Dear David ghost has, like, a giant head or whatever?
What?
The Dear David. The Twitter account where the guy was being haunted by a ghost, remember?
Okay, yeah.
And he had the giant head?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Wait, what? The giant head? I feel like I missed this aspect of the story.
Yeah.
His cats were going crazy and he filmed shit going weird.
Yeah, and he had a giant... Like, David had a giant head. Like, a giant, like, thing on his head like this.
Yeah.
So imagine if that was like Cinder, but reversed. So her face was just sunken in. And like there was just... It was just flat. Like imagine like... You understand what I'm saying? Like what if it's just that her entire structure of the left half of her skull isn't there. And so it's flat to the back of her head. And so I don't even know how like to explain that. Like she's basically just like... Her normal face looks like a giant bump. And then her other side is just flat. And she's not a Grimm at all. She's just horribly deformed.
What if she takes off that other side of the mask and it's just her face, but it's like chibi version?
I hate you so much sometimes. I swear to fucking God. You're so lucky you're sick or I'd beat the shit out of you. I'm not a violent person, by the way. Like, you guys...
Oh, fuck off. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You routinely, like, smack me doing these videos.
Not really.
My God, if you were a dude, you'd be in fucking prison right now.
That's not very nice. I don't hit Hunter. I'm just want to get
Well, you
that
haven't
out.
in a while. I say it's been at least 10 months since you've, like, slapped me when we've been filming a video.
Well, remember when I elbowed you in the nose accidentally?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a pretty... Good times, guys. Good times. Anyways... We really milked everything out of this one, but it's your fault because you started talking about Mega Shadow. Anyways.
I feel like if though you brought up Mega Shadow
No,
first,
I didn't.
If you just YouTube Mega Shadow Dragon, do you find other people with like PTSD in the
We'll have
RWBY
to check.
community being
Anyway,
like,
so this was
lunatic?
Cinder being a Grimm. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If this is your first introduction to my videos, I'm
Jesus
very,
Christ, I feel
very
so,
sorry.
I'm sure we have other videos.
I know.
Should we create a playlist like
I
our
have a
videos that
playlist.
aren't shit? Like,
Like, pick the best ones?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all of them are the best. It's gonna take.
That's a bold.
Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should become patrons on Patreon, and that you guys should. Who would Patreon after this?
No. If anything,
I'm gonna lose a couple more.
I'm gonna Patreon money to this Mega Shadow Dragon fellow.
Oh
he seems like he has a head on his shoulders.
Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Remember, Discord server, Patreon. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.
The Earth is round.